Meanwhile, the West remains very wary of the possibility of Russia and Belarus, who have now announced an extension of their military drills. The United States has said that the troops that Russia is amassing is not a bluff, and has warned that Russia is now positioned in a way that it can invade into Ukraine at a moment of its choice. Now, the US company Maxar has also released fresh satellite images of the new field deployment of the artillery and Russian troops near the Ukrainian border. These images show that Russian troops in forests, farms and also in industrial areas. The buildup is just 15 kilometers away from the Ukrainian border. Now, these satellite images also shows fresh troop activity, which is a departure from the previous deployment patterns. The West has warned of the possibility of an imminent invasion by Moscow into Ukraine, estimating that at this point of time, at least about 150,000 Russian troops have in fact reached the Ukrainian border. The United States Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has said that Russia is building troops along the Ukrainian border, and this is not a bluff. He's also added that Putin could in fact invade in short order and that the situation is potentially very dangerous, according to the Americans.
I don't believe it's a bluff. I think he's assembled the right kinds of things that you would need to conduct a successful invasion. This could create a tragedy, quite frankly, in terms of refugee flow and displaced people. So this is potentially very, very dangerous.
Now, this, of course, has been the stated position of the Americans, that Russia is poised to attack Ukraine pretty much at a moment of its choice, but the Ukrainians are downplaying these fears. What's also interesting is that there have been reports in the American media that say that the United States has got intelligence on Moscow's military orders. According to reports, it is being cited from anonymous sources, and it says that the Russian army has been ordered to attack Ukraine. Reports also indicate that Joe Biden has announced that he is convinced in his mind that Vladimir Putin has made up his mind on attacking Ukraine. And Joe Biden says that he's got intelligence reports to back this up. For months now, Russia has amassed over 100,000 troops around Ukraine, some 30,000 of whom are currently in Belarus as a part of a joint military drill. Now, these military drills, jointly conducted by Belarus and Russia, should have concluded on the 20th of February. But what is interesting is that the Belarusian defense minister has now announced that the two countries are extending their military drills on the pretext of increased shelling in the Donbas region. For the last few weeks, the West has accused Moscow of seeking a pretext to send in more troops to Ukraine, whereas Russia, publicly at least, has repeatedly maintained that it has no plans of wanting to invade into Ukraine. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.